So I got a question.
Good question.
Yeah.
Who's lost more money than Marvin Wilson?
Ooh, come on, man! Don't do Big Marv like that.
Hold on.
Marv at this point last year.
Yeah.
Marvin was the number one defensive tackle, guaranteed first round type guy. I don't know. He was rated the number. I'm not talking about.
He was a top 10 pick. He was projected a top 10
he
pick.
Was. So wait. So who was the top DT last year?
It was the guy at Auburn, right? The kid at Auburn, right? He was the first defensive tackle off the board. Yeah, Derek Brown was the number one guy.
Derek Brown, the FSU guy?
No, from Auburn.
The Auburn guy. I'm sorry. I'm a FSU and Carolina Panthers fan. I make it up sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy we took was the number one guy?
Number one D tackle, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When did Ella? Maybe I'm confusing. When did Oliver go?
Ed Oliver
was 2 years ago.
That's 2 years ago.
Damn.
You're drunk. You're already drunk. It's okay.
I went to happy hour, bro. Like I said, it's a celebration. So my bad. My bad.
But yeah,
nobody went before Derek Brown.
No
D tackle wise, no. I think the second guy was the guy at South Carolina.
Yep. Javon
Kinlaw.
Yep. But here's the thing.
So my point.
Marvin,
this year time last year, Marv is considered one or two top defensive tackles, like Jurgen just said, top 10 potential pick. Mm-hmm. I mean, Jesus, how the mighty have fallen. I don't think he goes. I'd be shocked if he went in the second. I think a team would take him in the third or fourth. The second would surprise me. He's 6'5", 215, 220. He only did 25 reps on the bench. There's receivers doing better. There's receivers doing better than that.
Man,
talk about this with Marv,
you want me to tell you some truth? But I don't care how many times somebody do some reps on the bench. That don't mean you're stronger than me, bro.
It means
I'm
you're
just
lazy,
being real.
bro.
I hear it. That's stamina. That's stamina.
But if you watch Marv and then you look at what he did in his pro day, it correlates. There were times where he would just disappear on the field. Couldn't get off of blocks, and it correlates, bro.
So his stamina is the issue. Can we say that?
It makes you,
because I really feel that's what it is.
It makes you look lazy, bro. Like if you're supposed to be, no, real talk. If you're supposed to be,
I hear you. I'm listening.
An NFL prospect, you should be at your absolute best at the biggest job interview you're ever going to have in your life. There's no doubt to me. A dude that's 6'5", 322 can put up more than 25 reps as a pure nose tackle, because that's what Marvin's going to be, right?
That's what he's going to be, yes.
He's going to be a nose tackle. He's going to be a pure nose tackle who could probably give you some flexibility, right? You can't come up and give me 25 reps, especially if you got money on the line. He had a lot of money on the line.
Yeah, he did.
What I'm saying? Like, so there's dudes,
especially when he sat out the second half of the season and should have been doing nothing but training. Should have been doing nothing. That's but what training.
Hurt him more than anything for me. So
to Wayne Tillman's point right here, I supported Marv when he did what he did. I thought if it was true that Norvell lied and I supported Marv 100%. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. NFL GMs now have seen you publicly call out a coach and your play has not backed up. If Marvin Wilson goes out there and certifies his number one defensive tackle position, they'll overlook that. They'll overlook that. But now, not only did you publicly speak out against your head coach, which does not fly in the league, it doesn't fly, period. You were non-existent on the football field.
I'm gonna throw this out there.
So Marv, it's hard to defend Marv in any capacity, really. He's lost more money than anybody on these two teams that we're about to get into.
Well, the problem. This is what I think is going to happen, and y'all, because I don't know his work habits. Y'all keep up with that more than I do. But what he has to do, he has to go. Like if you talked about Marvin Wilson being a Pittsburgh Steeler, they'll get the best out of Marvin Wilson. If you talk
organization,
about
whatever he goes to the right organization, he'll be fine.
It's an organizational thing.
He has to have.
It shouldn't be that case. If you want to be an NFL guy, it shouldn't matter. Well, if you're a third round type talent, Well, he's on a fringe of that. He's as far as when he was coming out of high school, he was an elite talent.
He's third right now.
Yeah, I would.
He's a third round
said,
talent. That's why I said to you, Adrian, like Alo, I said he's a day 2 talent.
Yeah, I agree. I'd be shocked if the team took him in the second.
Yeah, it'd be great for him. I think
Marvin, they got him way down in the hundreds in most cases.
Doesn't shock me.
But we're not talking about potential ability. We're talking about a draftable kid, right? And you didn't show me on the field that I'm going to get the best out of your talent, right? So to the point when I bring Marvin Wilson into camp, let's say I bring him into a Pittsburgh, like I mentioned, because I think that'd be good for him to go play nose tackle for a 34 team, right? But if I come into Pittsburgh, is Cameron Hayward going to make you look like a hoe every day? I don't know how else to say that. But you know what I'm saying? Like you have dudes up there, y'all know what I mean? There's dudes up there that do this for a real living, like feed their families with this, have changed their lives with this. Are you going to go out there and be outworked by every dude that's currently on the roster? Because the one thing about the NFL, you can be talented, but they don't need you that bad. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody else that's willing to come in there and do all the right things all the time.
So unless you're a quarterback or something we've never seen, everybody's replaceable.
Look, let's be real with college football for a second. I don't care how loaded your roster is. There's dudes that are just better at everything than the person behind them. And there's no way that they're not going to play. And Marvin's that guy. There's no question. If you could have dropped him on every team in the country. There's no way you can go through 5 practices and be like, "No, I'm going to bench that dude on Saturday." There's no way. There's no way.
You can't
unless Aaron Donald's in front of him.
Right.
Yeah. No, and Aaron Donald's an anomaly.
I'll say this.
We can agree that Aaron Donald and Oliver, they're anomalies.
And that's my point. That's my point. Like, unless you have that level of just excellence, it's like, man, there's no way I can't start Marv. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and this is truthfully as a Miami fan, Marv would have started for us, no question. There's no question. You drop in the Miami locker room. I really mean that. He'd start over Nesta tomorrow. He's gifted. There's no way you could watch Nesta and him practice and not be like, there's something different about this human being. Like he's a monster.
Hey, look, you heard that?
No, I spent the whole year defending.
I respect
Marvin
the
Wilson.
hell out of that, bro.
I spent the whole year telling people. I spent the whole year on this channel, and everybody in the chat can tell you, defending Marvin Wilson and telling you that a lot of things that he doesn't show up on a stat sheet. Everybody always wants to talk about sacks when it comes to defensive linemen. Marvin Wilson isn't there to get sacks.
No.
He's there to eat up blockers and create other people to get sacks.
He causes fucking havoc.
But the problem is he didn't do that this year. He called out a coach.
The coach deserved to be called out in that situation.
I'm not saying he didn't deserve
to be called out.
I'm not saying he didn't deserve it. Because I supported him 100% when he called him out.
I know, but he did what he was supposed to do as a leader of the team. And then now he had to back that up as being a leader of the team. And that's a difficult position to be in.
When you
need to be that guy to do that.
When you go publicly, when you go publicly in your money year, and that's the decision you make, fine.
Had he not gone publicly and someone else of lesser standpoint did, it wouldn't have had the same impact. I'm just being real though. It may not be the point, but from a standpoint of just objective reality, like if somebody else had done it, maybe if Durden had done it, like Durden, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, nobody cares what Durden would have to
exactly.
I agree with you there.
But it carried weight, and let's not pretend like it didn't mean anything.
You can carry weight in a locker room.
It meant something
without being on Twitter,
it didn't dismiss everything that happened afterwards because there was an explanation.
Hold on. You can be that guy in the locker room every day. You can hold Norvell accountable face to face, right? Now I understood he felt like they needed to be heard. I'm kind of the big dog here, let me say it. But I think what Alo's saying is when you put yourself in that position, you gotta do what you gotta do. And look lazy at times. You can't do
what you got to do.
Because you now, if he was to come out and say, and again, I know the sack totals is what everybody focuses on, but to your point, Alo, when he played Miami, I thought he played a hell of a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's just me watching. I thought he played a really good
game.
He was honestly, he was very motivated. Even down, he still played. Obviously, it's probably because of the rivalry, right? But if you're looking at Marvin Wilson in Miami, if you saw that Marvin Wilson against team A, B, C, D, E, and F, then okay, you know what? I'm not going to look on that thing off the field and be like, you know what, man? Can I really trust this kid to stay quiet and handle things in house? You see what I'm saying? Now, when I see the play, on the field, you know what? Let's have that conversation there.
I'm saying what I'm saying, man, but I can respect that. That makes sense.
Look, I can't. I'm talking me personally. I can't stand in front of my group of troops and tell them one thing, and when the bullets get to flying, I go hide behind a bunker or something.
I can't say that's what he did, bro.
It's not necessarily. I'm not going to say that's not necessarily what he did, but you have to. You can't be just another guy. You're Marvin Wilson. You're #1 defensive tackle in the country projected. You can't be just a part of the rotation. You have to be the guy.
That guy.
You have to be Timmy Jernigan. You have to be Timmy Jernigan.
Big time Timmy Jim.
You have to be.
Hey, say his
Eddie
name
Goldman.
right, man. Big time Timmy.
Well, if we're gonna say his name is Ocho Loco, but you gotta be literally, you gotta be these guys, man. And Marv just was another cog in the wheel. He never stood out. And then you go to your workout, and all his numbers are average at best. All his numbers are average at best.
Boom. So